guys, what is going on? Nick here with Gear Nut, and Olight sent down a headlamp for us to review and check out, and I'm super excited about this headlamp. It's one of the most innovative headlamps I've seen yet, and I'm really impressed with it. So if you're looking for a lightweight, compact headlamp, you definitely want to check out this Olight HS2. So description box below, I'm going to have a couple links to where you can go pick this up. If you guys use those links, it does help my channel out. It really does. So if you want to help my channel out, use those two links down there and check out the other Olights that are on those links. I would appreciate that. So when you do buy your HS2, it's going to come in a pretty sweet little box. It's got a lot of different information on there. Everything's going to come inside of this little, I want to call it a camera case. It's got really cool blue and black little logos on there. And when you open it, it's got your accessory pouch. All your accessories and stuff are up here. I just took them out for ease of use in the video. It comes with 2 extra cord retaining clips. So if you do damage one of those, if you snag this headlamp on a branch when you're jogging or out in the woods doing outdoor activities as camping and fishing and hunting, they do give you 2 extra ones in case you do break that, which is really thoughtful. That way that cord is not flopping around on the side of your head. They give you a really unique micro USB cord. So this one allows you to take any power bank, such as my Anchor power bank, and run the headlamp off of that. You can also charge the headlamp with this cord. You can charge the headlamp with all other sorts of micro USBs, but I've only had luck running the headlamp off of this specific cord. My Anchor and my Phoenix cord will not run this headlamp, and I'll show you that later in this video. So you get your little proprietary cord for running it, or you can charge your headlamp with any micro USB. Hopefully that makes sense and you kind of understand what I'm saying. If not, just hit me up in the comment section below. So here are the instructions right here that come with it, and there's also a silica gel packet in there as well. I really do like this case. It helps keep everything organized and together, which is pretty cool, especially when you have a lot of different accessories and stuff that come with your headlamp. So things I love about this headlamp. Well, I don't think there's anything I really don't like about it. I think the one downside would be the waterproofing. You know, it is IPX4, so it's splash resistant. It's not waterproof. So I think that's the one downside that is on this headlamp. But when you look at what you're getting and you look at the engineering that went into this, that takes care of that waterproofing. You see why the waterproofing is where it's at. I mean, there would be a bunch of different seals on here. So here is your emitter. It's got a TIR lens system. It comes with 2 Cree XP G2s. So 1 and 2. You have your flood, you have your spot. You can operate these individually. So you can just have a spot beam, or you can have you can have a spot beam, or you can have a flood beam. Doing this upside down, so it's a little different. Or you can have both of them on at the same time, which is really awesome. They're 200 lumens a piece, or 50 lumens a piece. So there's a high and a low, and then you can run 1 or 2 of these at the same time. And we'll get into that. Here's your side activation switch right here, and you tap it, it turns your headlamp on. You tap it, it goes through high to low, and double tap it, and it gets your single, double tap again, single, double tap again, double. Single tap, it goes through high and low. While the headlamp's on, if you triple tap, it takes you into SOS, which is a really nice feature, especially if you're using this as an outdoor or a jogging headlamp and you do get lost. It's nice to have that feature. There's no runtime on the SOS, so I'm not sure how long that's going to go for. Push and hold and it's going to turn it off. So it does dim on and get brighter, and then you push and hold and it does dim off. So it does take down on the shock on your eyes, which I really do love that. The material is aluminum here. It's a high-tech polymer, as I call it. This polymer that they're using is super durable and it's super tough. It's definitely going to last a long time. There's a 5-year warranty on it. It's got very It's got a lot of friction, but yet smooth friction for your adjustability on the angle on your headlamp. It's got a nice blue bezel. Now this is not the normal blue bezel. This seems to be a little bit darker of a blue than what I'm used to on the Olights. It's got heat fins, and it's got a really cool Olight HS2 up here, and then your serial number. Absolutely love that. And there is a CE on the back of that. So there's a lot to this little emitter. You go down, there's your cord retention. The head strap does have reflective material right here, which is nice, especially if you're running on jogging paths beside the road, or you want to be seen. If you're a fisherman, you want to be able to be seen if somebody shines a light over towards you and your headlamp's off. It's nice to have that. This is a very stretchable, soft, comfortable, and breathable material that they're using. You forget that this thing is on. It's extremely light. It's very comfortable. It's very comfortable. Where they have all these pieces mounted on this head strap, I don't seem to get any hot spots. They've definitely thought this out, you know. So over here, this is your on and off switch. It's nice blue. It's got a very silicone-y feel on the button, a non-slip. You know, if your hands are sweaty or anything like that, you're definitely not going to have an issue sliding off of this. It's really awesome. And this is where you could take and unplug your micro USB. So the portion over here on your emitter is female, and the portion over here that's your battery is male. So because of that, you can take your micro USB cord, plug it into your battery bank, pull this over here, and turn your battery bank on. First of all, plug this in, and shabam. You can actually operate this off of an external battery bank or a wall outlet, a computer, anything like that. And that is with the cable that came with the light. So now we're going to try an anchor battery bank cord, and we're just going to plug this in right here. It's a micro USB. We're going to turn the battery bank on, and you notice it does not work with the anchor cord. Now we're going to try a Phoenix. This one, a Phoenix. Now we're going to try a Phoenix micro USB cord. We're going to plug it in. We're going to turn on the battery bank, and it does not work. So if you are going to be using your external battery banks or external power sources, you will have to keep this Olight proprietary micro USB cord in order to use it in that manner. So it's a very important cord. I'm not sure why Olight's cords work for this and none of my other cords work. They're all micro USBs. All these other micro USBs will charge this battery pack, but they will not run this headlamp without this particular cord that came with your headlamp. So if you're wondering why your headlamp's not working, you probably are not using the right cord for your external battery power supply. So hopefully I got that across as best as I could. But when you get your headlamp, they want you to charge this up. So what you're going to do is you're going to take a micro USB cord, pop it open, and just plug it in and turn it on. And there you go. It's going to be blinking when it's charged, so if one of those is blinking, that's going to be the one that is charging. So mine does need to be charged a little bit. Any micro USB will charge that. And this is IPX4, so it's water resistant, it's splash proof, but definitely do not submerge this underwater. These little port covers and stuff like that are not IPX8. They're IPX4, so if you're out in a little bit of a light rain, you're going to be perfectly fine, but do not submerge this headlamp. It's not rated for that. The battery bank right here that it comes with, and I'm going to read this off to you. So this is a lithium-ion battery. The packaging does say lithium polymer, and the battery, the actual battery, if you look at it, is marked lithium ion. So I'm not sure if that's a typo on the box, but this is definitely a lithium ion battery. It's a 2000 milliamp hour, 3.7 volt, 7.4 watt hour. So 2,000 milliamp hours packed into this little package. It is not open. You cannot open this. You cannot change it out or anything like that. It's a proprietary battery. There is a 5-year warranty on it, so if you have any issues, Olight's customer service is phenomenal. It's got a nice little padding back here, so it's very comfortable. Your head strap ties into it, which is really unique. So, but one of the things that made me fall in love with this headlamp is the battery meter. And then once you get to 10% battery, this little battery pack will start to beep. And you can hear it. You can hear it across the room. You can hear it in your house if this is beeping. And if that annoys you, it only beeps for 10 minutes. And if it really annoys you, you just hit that button and it turns the beeping off. And I hit that last night and I thought that was one of the coolest features I had seen in a long time. An audible beep for a headlamp. Because honestly, it's on your head, you're using it, and this one is so comfortable that you forget it's on and you forget you're using a headlamp. I was walking around and blinding my wife and she's like, turn your headlamp off. And I was like, I forgot. I actually had it on. So it was a pretty unique little story. So Olight, fantastic job on that. I would like to see the IPX rating go up in this, but I understand because of the way that this headlamp is actually built. So you just take and plug this in after you charge it and you're good to go. So how you operate this headlamp. One tap turns it on and both of those LEDs turned on. It does have a little bit of a memory, but you tap it once, it goes to low, tap it once, it goes to high. So tap it once, both LEDs right here are putting out 50 lumens, and tap it again and it's going to put out your high. So 200 lumens, that's where they're getting their 400 lumen rating. Now if you double tap, it's going to isolate one of the LEDs. It's going to turn one off or one on depending on how you want to look at it. So this is your flood and this is your spot. Double tap again gets you over to your spot. Single tap goes to low, single tap goes to high, double tap turns both on, double tap again turns one on, and single tap low, single tap high. So while the headlamp's on, this is going to be your strobe warning. This does have SOS. So I'm going to set that off if that bothers you. Just look away for a second. While the headlamp is on, you triple tap and it's going to go to an SOS. You notice how one of your LEDs is blinking. I'm going to turn this off and turn it back on. Now both are on. We're going to triple tap again. Now both of those are blinking. So you can isolate if you want a flood SOS, if you want a spot SOS, or if you want a flood and spot SOS, which is really unique because if you're going to conserve battery, you would just use one. But if you really want to make it well pronounced and the brightest it's going to be, you can use both of those LEDs. Something I didn't see in the instructions. So you're going to have 400 lumens with both of those on. You're going to have 200 lumens with one of those on. If you're running in high, you're going to have 100 lumens with both of those on, or you're going to have 50 lumens with one of them on. So kind of really cool. Your runtime, 400 lumens is going to be 2 hours, 12 minutes, and your low in the 2 right here, let me just turn it on. So your high, that's going to be 2 hours, 12 minutes. You tap it, it's going to go down to low. It's going to be 9 hours at 100 lumens. You double tap into any one of those. It's going to be 200 lumens on high, and then it's going to be 50 lumens on low. And now your high is going to run for 4 hours, 30 minutes, and your low is going to run for 18 hours. There's no set time for your run time while it's in SOS mode. So triple tap. And there's no set time for that. I'm not sure how long that would run. I'll have to do some tests. But I'm really impressed with this headlamp. You push and hold, it does turn off. And it does dim on, and it does dim off, which is a really nice feature. So Olight, this is a fantastic headlamp. I am extremely pleased with it. If you're wondering about the projection, this is definitely a headlamp. It's more for up close tasks. I believe it has Let's look at the box real quick. It does have 85 meters of beam throw. It's 1 meter impact resistance. Once again, it is IPX4 water resistance, and it's got 1,800 candela. So it's a pretty impressive little headlamp. The things I like about it is definitely the engineering that went into this battery bank pack on the back, the ability to use an external power source such as an Anchor battery bank as a power source or a wall outlet or a computer outlet, as long as you use the provided cord. That right there is phenomenal, especially if you have a multi-port little battery bank, because you can run your headlamp while charging it with another micro USB cable. So Olight, I am absolutely thrilled and stoked about this. This is definitely one of the best headlamps I've got my hands on. I would like to see the IPX rating go up to IPX8. That is my standard. But at the same time, this is still a phenomenal headlamp. So that's what I got. I'm going to roll in some backyard footage. But if you are interested in picking one of these up, description box below, check out those links. And I love this headlamp, guys. So stay tuned for the backyard footage, and great job, Olight. Alright guys, so we're out here in the backyard with the Olight HS2, and this is low in flood. And let me cycle through real fast. This is high in flood. So the first one was 50 lumens, second one is 200. And double click, there is spot, and this is spot and low, 50 lumens. See, it goes out to the shed, kind of see it. And this is spot and high, 200 lumens. You can start seeing the trees and stuff like that. And next one is going to be the 400 lumens. This is going to be spot and flood all together. And this is going to be low, so this is 100 lumens. You can kind of see around the backyard. Pretty good. Neighbor's house over there. And this is high, so this is your 400 lumens. It does light up the tree, you know, and the distance is pretty good. It's pretty bright. You know, it's definitely a fantastic headlamp. You know, you could do a lot of exploring and a lot of well-lit running with this headlamp. So, Olight, pretty impressed with it. Keep up the fantastic work. I'm gonna go inside. There's bugs all over the place out here. Alright guys, so we're out here in the backyard with the Olight HS2, and this is low in flood. And let me cycle through real fast. This is high in flood. So the first one was 50 lumens, second one is 200, and double click. There is spot, and this is spot and low, 50 lumens. See, it goes out to the shed, kind of see it. And this is spot and high, 200 lumens. You can start seeing the trees and stuff like that. And next one is going to be the 400 lumens. This is going to be spot and flood all together. And this is going to be low. So this is 100 lumens. You can kind of see around the backyard. Pretty good. Neighbor's house over there. And this is high, so this is your 400 lumens. It does light up the tree, you know, and the distance is pretty good. It's pretty bright, you know. It's definitely a fantastic headlamp. You know, you could do a lot of exploring and a lot of well-lit running with this headlamp. So Olight, pretty impressed with it. Keep up the fantastic work. I'm gonna go inside. There's bugs all over the place out here.